Sheerness Trams. In April 1903, the Sheerness and District Electric Power and Traction Company opened up a tram service in Sheerness. The tram fleet consisted of 12 double-deck, open-top trams, painted chocolate and cream, each seating 22 passengers downstairs and 27 upstairs. The fleet was quickly found to be too large and 4 trams were sold. The overhead cables and tramway were installed by Siemens and Halske, a German company who had built the first electric tramway in Berlin. The trams were fitted with Siemens bow collectors, which transferred the power from the overhead cable to the tram. Other British trams used wheels. The bow collector is one of the simplest and most reliable methods of transferring electric current to trams. Sheerness trams were the first in Great Britain to use this system. 2.5 miles of narrow gauge 3'6" track was constructed. It was intended that the network would be expanded to serve Minster and Queenborough. This turned out to be impossible as the Sheppey Light Railway would not give permission for the tramway to cross the light railway tracks at Sheerness East. The tramway ran from Bluetown near the Bluetown railway station and pier to the Sheerness town clock where the track forked. One line went along the Broadway and Marine Parade to Cheney Rock where it terminated. The other line went along the High Street, crossing the canal, across the marshes and turned into Power Station Road, where it terminated next to the East Sheerness Light Railway Station and the tram depot sheds, today Chainstore Discount Warehouse. Road workers digging up the Broadway in Sheerness came across a strange round structure. Many people conjectured that this was a turntable for trams. This was not its purpose. Trams don't need to turn around. They can be driven from either end. The driver moves the bow collector so that it leans opposite the direction of travel, goes to the other end of the tram and drives off. The backs of tram seats are hinged. Passengers not wishing to travel backwards simply move the back of the seat to the opposite side and can then travel facing forwards. Sheerness trams operated for 14 years, but during this time, unable to expand, they barely made a profit. During World War I, spare parts were impossible to get from the German makers. On the 7th of July 1917, the Sheerness tramway finally closed, becoming the first electric tramway in Great Britain to do so. The tram lines were removed by German prisoners of war.